A1. 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 Yeah. Truly. Cooler and I'm flyer too. Damn. Cooler and I'm flyer.
What it is, what it do. Welcome back to the show that's cooler and fly to A1 Forever Sports. Falcons dub. Falcons win Sunday. Falcons Sunday win, however you want to call it. 2-2 now. How's that 2-15 looking, huh? How's that 2-15 looking? But Falcons pick up the W. Very excited. Yeah, my food's going to taste very great tonight because the Falcons was able to pick up their dub. Let's get into some recap about this Falcons win, started from the first quarter into the fourth quarter, and a few stats for you guys afterwards. All right, let's do this. So, first quarter, Falcons, they had trouble in the first quarter. In the beginning of the game, trying to stop the tight end for the second week in a row. But even though the Browns were able to move the ball, the Falcons were still able to stop the Browns on third down and 3rd and 1 to be exact in the red zone. Richie Grant, he was able to make a tackle on Nick Chubb after recognizing the situation and the direction of the running back on where he was going. Next, you had a 4th and 3, and the Falcons secondary was able to hold up well, causing Jacoby brissett to throw the ball out the back of the end zone, resulting in the turnover on downs. Falcons started moving the ball and was moving the ball well. On the first drive with passes to Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and OZ, I'm glad that they was able to get the balls to, the guys that the playmakers, the guys that make the plays, the guys that get to do special things with the ball in their hands, Pitts and London. OZ, he always gets forgotten about. And I believe, he made a couple plays in this game as well that helped the Falcons out. But moving on, you had the 3rd and 12 conversion by Mariota to Tyler Algeier at the backfield, picking up that first down and getting the Falcons in that red zone. Unfortunately, in the red zone, the Falcons had to settle for 3 points from younghoe after Mariota had the deadly pass, in between the defenders and everything. Luckily, it didn't get picked off or anything. And luckily, Drake London did not get injured on that play as well. Later in the quarter, you had later in the first quarter, we're still in the first, the Falcons caused the Browns' second giveaway of the year when Jalen Hawkins caused the Browns to fumble. It was David and younghoe. Probably just said that wrong, but I'm in the middle of being excited as a Falcon fan. You have to excuse me as well, but I'm about to tighten up and get back professional. Anyway, they caused the fumble, and Rashad Evans was able to recover it in good field position. Funny thing is, the Browns also were holding on the play. 3 plays for 20 plus yards or more in the first quarter for the Falcons. 3 plays and 31 yards after the Njoku fumble. Patterson found the end zone for Atlanta. Falcons stretching out and getting the ball across the pylon. Now let's move on to the second quarter. Second quarter, Cleveland put a long drive together. It was 16 yards. 16 plays, man. Now let's move on to the second quarter. The second quarter, Cleveland put a long drive together, man. 16 plays that ended with a 3rd and goal. Jacoby brissett scrambled for a touchdown. I still don't understand how in the world he got that, but it is what it is. On that drive, the Browns were heavy on Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and they ate up a lot of time of possession, kind of beat the Falcons down a little bit, but it was okay. It was okay. They really killed the time of possession on that one. But moving forward, the Falcons went 3 and out, and Cleveland put together another long drive that included a big play on 3rd and 1 to Peoples-Jones. But the Falcons did hold up in the red zone and forced the Browns into a field goal. Browns tied the game at 10, and Browns also converted on 2 4th and 1 plays via quarterback sneak by Jacoby brissett. Wasn't too happy about that, but it is what it is. Falcons didn't commit a penalty in the first half for the first time this season. Moving on to the third quarter. Third quarter, Falcons go 3 and out. And after a 3rd and 6 Mariota throw, it was a low pass to Drake London. Mariota, he didn't get his feet set. And it kind of went right into the ground. And I believe that's what caused the incompletion. The Falcons had to settle for a 3 and out. But the Falcons also caused a 3 and out right back at the Browns. This was a very tough and hard-nosed game. Neither team wanted to give the other an inch, honestly. Mariota had 2 times where he overthrew receivers. I know in the first half, he overthrew Kyle Pitts. In the second half, he overthrew Drake London. And the first penalty for the Falcons didn't come until it was an offensive face mask by Drake London. So kind of like a fluke penalty. Other than that, the Falcons were perfect as far as penalties go. After another Falcons 3 and out, there was the third 3 and out of the day by now. The Falcons still was able to stop the Browns by getting good pressure on Jacoby Brissett and causing the incompletion to get the ball back. All right, now the Falcons has the ball again, but on 2nd and 7, Marcus Mariota passed to Drake London, picked off by Denzel Ward. And it was on the Falcons side of the field, giving the Browns good field position. But that Falcons defense, bend but don't break, and was able to stop the Browns offense yet again. But because of the field position, the Browns were able to kick a 50-yard field goal to take the lead by 3. All right, let's go to the fourth quarter where the real magic happened. All right, so fourth quarter, the next Falcon drive, we see a Caleb Huntley sighting. He was in that lead back, and boy, was he a breath of fresh air. His first 5 rushes resulted in 3 first downs. The hometown native finished the drive with 54 yards and a much-needed touchdown. The Falcons went up 17-13. Browns come right back, copycatting the Falcons in 6 plays and 75 yards and a touchdown by Nick Chubb. Browns back up by 3, 20-17. Next Falcon drive, these teams, man, they was just started running the ball down each other's throat. And I believe Caleb Huntley must have set a fire under Tyler Algeier because back-to-back runs by him got the Falcons down into the red zone, along with a penalty as well. Unfortunately for the Birds right then, they would go away from the run game. I don't know why they went away from the run game. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I didn't see any reason to go away from it because the Browns couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop it. But they went away from it. And after getting down in the red zone so easily, they had to settle for a field goal to pretty much with 7 minutes left to go in the game. The Browns were trying to move the ball on the Falcons. You know, got some time off the clock, about 4 minutes, but the Falcons yet again was able to put their foot in the ground and stop the Browns, forcing them on a 3 and out, getting the ball back with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game. All right. So Mariota, he scrambles, finds a wide open Olamide Zaccheaus for the first down. By the way, the pass did not look good. It didn't. It was ugly, but it still got to its target, Zaccheaus. And that's all I cared about. And then also it was a face mask penalty on Denzel Ward, giving the Falcons even better field position. All right. The Falcons get into field goal range, and younghoe was able to drill it right down the middle and give the Falcons the 3-point lead, 23-20, with 2 minutes and 28 seconds left. Now, the Browns had used all their timeouts. So they're going down the field methodically, trying to make sure that they're getting out of bounds and, you know, all that good stuff. But late in the game, I remember even screaming at the television myself, somebody has to make a play. Late in the game, second down, Grady Jarrett was the one to step up and make that play, getting a sack on Jacoby Brissett. And guess what? There's more. Very next play. D. Alford gets his first NFL interception to seal the game, and back-to-back wins for the Falcons, back-to-back wins on game-ending interceptions, and they improved to 2-2 on the season. 2 ties, 4 lead changes. The Falcons pick up a big victory at home. I'm talking about they really had to grind for this one. They earned this one, seriously. And I believe that this would be a testament to the type of team that they're going to be. I knew that this Falcons team was very different coming into the season, just from what I've seen in training camp and just their attitude. They didn't walk around like they were going to be a 2-15 team. They didn't believe it. And neither should you, me, or any other Falcon fan out there. They will win more games. They will not be 2-15. They're a 2-2 right now. Let's top performers. Let's get into it. Browns, Jacoby Brissett, 21 for 35, 234 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 1 interception. Nick Chubb, 19 carries, 118 yards, and a touchdown. And Njoku and Peoples-Jones had 73 and 71 yards, respectfully. But these Falcons, though, Marcus Mariota, 7 for 19, 139 yards, and an interception. The Falcons' run game, Algier, Huntley, Patterson, and Avery Williams combined for 30 carries, 198 yards on the ground, with about 86% of that coming in the second half. And I'm glad it did, because at one point, Marcus Mariota was 1 for 10 on his passes. The run game was able to help out the Falcons tremendously during the Mariota struggles. So let's enjoy this win today. But I must admit, the Falcons will have a tough time the rest of the season if Mariota continues to have tough days like this going forward. It just won't get it done against the better teams. And Atlanta only committed 1 penalty today, so I'm pleased about that. And the Falcons also extended their sack streak, completing at least 1 sack in every game so far this season. So again, I must ask you, how does that 2-15 look? It looks like we're going to get more wins than that. And it's definitely going to be more wins ahead. My concern really about this game and also games going forward, like I said, Mariota, man. Mariota is my concern. Mariota is definitely he had a bad game today overall. Overall, I definitely have to say he had a bad game. And I'm just glad the run game was able to come through for Mariota and the Falcons to, grind out this win. Mariota is going to have to tighten up a few things on his mechanics. I understand that they roll him out of the pocket and ask him to do a few dynamic things. Honestly, I understand that completely. So with that being said, he just needs to tighten up on a few things. Again, also, it was a point in time to where he fumbled a snap and was able to get it back and thankfully was able to throw it away. That's like the 3rd or 4th time that's happened. I believe the 3rd time, to be exact, that's happened this season already. And I don't want that to keep happening because you're not going to always get those back, So hopefully we can clean up that mistake. But I love the fact that the Falcons didn't only have 1 penalty, and they really didn't even have to have that one. So good game, Falcons, good win. Glad you guys was able to grind this one out. I look very forward to the next game, which I believe is against Tampa, and we're gonna do some things, Falcons fans. Just let's take it one game at a time. Let's not get too high, too low, too ahead of ourselves. And until next time, be generational, because it's always time to be. The show that's cool and fly to A1 Forever Sports. Chris Tipmore, the host. And until next time, y'all. And why settle for less when you can have more with a vision? I'll holler.
Yeah, truly. Cooler and I'm flyer too. Jam. Cooler